In this story, the element of conflict and social pressure is central to the narrative, immediately drawing the reader into the protagonist's world. From the very first moment, the title sets up a scenario where the main character is confronted with rumors, implying that her reputation, credibility, or social standing is at stake. Rumors are a powerful storytelling tool because they reflect the judgments and expectations of society, creating tension that resonates with readers on a personal level. Everyone has, at some point, experienced the weight of gossip or public opinion, so the premise instantly generates empathy. By choosing to confront these rumors in a dramatic and public way, the protagonist demonstrates resourcefulness and courage, two traits that make her a compelling character. Her decision to point to a stranger and claim marriage is a direct response to the external pressures she faces. This act is not merely defensive, it is strategic. It underscores the lengths to which people go to protect themselves or manage the perceptions of others in society. In the context of romantic drama, this is particularly effective because it blends personal stakes with social dynamics. The protagonist is not only protecting herself from scrutiny, but is also manipulating social conventions to her advantage. This adds layers to her character. She is clever, quick-thinking, and willing to bend social norms when necessary, which makes her both relatable and admirable to readers. Conflict in this story is multidimensional. On one level, there is the immediate external pressure from the rumors themselves, creating a sense of urgency. The protagonist must act swiftly to address the narrative circulating about her, which establishes a fast-moving, tension-filled opening. On another level, there is the internal conflict. The decision to involve a stranger in her life, even temporarily, likely requires her to overcome hesitation, fear, or ethical considerations. This interplay between external societal pressure and internal deliberation creates a rich psychological landscape. Readers are drawn into her thought process, understanding her motivations while anticipating the consequences of her bold action. Furthermore, social pressure in this story functions as a catalyst for plot development. The rumors act as the inciting incident, propelling the protagonist into a situation that promises further complications, misunderstandings, and opportunities for emotional growth. The act of pointing to a stranger also invites future conflicts, as it raises questions about identity, trust, and relational dynamics. The initial social pressure is therefore not just a backdrop, but a driving force that sets the stage for narrative tension and character evolution. By situating the protagonist in a high-stakes social scenario, the story instantly engages the audience, promising drama, suspense, and a deeper exploration of human behavior under scrutiny. The reader is compelled to continue, eager to see how the protagonist navigates these pressures and what consequences her bold choice will bring. The story's second key element, the unexpected twist and suspense, is what immediately captures the reader's curiosity and keeps them engaged. By claiming to be married to a stranger, the protagonist introduces a dramatic and unpredictable turn of events that instantly raises questions and tension. This kind of twist is particularly effective in romantic drama because it plays with expectations. The audience does not know who the stranger is, whether he will become a key character, or how this sudden claim will influence the story's progression. The unpredictability creates a sense of suspense that makes readers eager to find out what happens next, compelling them to invest emotionally in the unfolding narrative. The use of suspense in this context functions on multiple levels. On the surface, there is the immediate uncertainty of how those around her, friends, family, or society, will react to such an outrageous declaration.
This momentary tension captures attention because readers are drawn to the social repercussions. Will people believe her? Will someone challenge her claim? Will the stranger agree to participate in this deception? The suspense here is tangible, rooted in the risk of exposure and the potential embarrassment or conflict that could arise. It creates a moment of high stakes that is both thrilling and relatable, as many readers can empathize with the fear of judgment or misunderstanding in social situations. Beneath this surface, the twist also carries deeper narrative possibilities. By introducing a stranger into her story through a bold and spontaneous act, the protagonist opens the door to complex relationships and unforeseen complications. The stranger may become an ally, a source of tension, or even a romantic interest, depending on how the story develops. This unpredictability ensures that the narrative does not follow a straightforward or formulaic path, which is key to sustaining reader engagement. Each new development, whether humorous, dramatic, or romantic, builds upon the initial twist, reinforcing the story's momentum and maintaining a sense of anticipation. Additionally, the element of suspense enhances the psychological depth of the story. Readers are encouraged to speculate about the motivations of both the protagonist and the stranger. Why did she choose this particular individual? How will he respond? What hidden aspects of their personalities might come into play as a result of this claim? By inviting these questions, the story engages readers on an intellectual level, prompting them to think ahead and anticipate possible outcomes. This interaction between story and audience strengthens the emotional connection, making the twist not only a plot device, but also a tool for immersive storytelling. The unexpected nature of this twist is a hallmark of compelling romantic drama, where tension, surprise, and intrigue drive character development and plot progression. In this story, the protagonist's audacious claim disrupts the ordinary course of events, instantly transforming a social dilemma into a rich narrative full of potential conflicts, emotional dynamics, and relational intricacies. It is this unpredictability, combined with the suspense of immediate and future consequences, that ensures readers remain captivated, eager to discover how the situation unfolds and how the characters navigate the intricate web of deception, social expectation, and emerging connection. The third key element, the potential for romance and emotional depth, is a subtle yet powerful aspect of the story, and it is woven seamlessly into the initial premise. By having the protagonist point to a stranger and claim marriage, the story instantly sets up a situation rife with emotional tension and the possibility for evolving relationships. This act is not just a social maneuver, it is an narrative device that creates space for connection, misunderstanding, and the gradual development of intimacy, even if initially unexpected or accidental. In romantic drama, such scenarios are particularly effective because they allow the story to explore the complexities of human emotions in situations that are both unusual and compelling. At the heart of this potential romance is the dynamic between the protagonist and the stranger. While the title does not reveal the stranger's reaction, the ambiguity itself is an invitation for readers to imagine and anticipate the unfolding of their relationship. The tension generated by a sudden claim of marriage opens the door to a variety of emotional pathways: conflict, flirtation, reluctant cooperation, or eventual affection. These pathways allow for nuanced character development, as both individuals navigate their feelings, reactions, and the consequences of the claim. The story promises a rich interplay of emotions, from initial surprise or resistance to gradual understanding or attraction, which is a cornerstone of engaging romantic narratives. Emotional depth in this context is also amplified by the social environment surrounding the protagonists. The act pointing to a stranger under public scrutiny introduces not only the element of surprise, but also vulnerability. The protagonist exposes herself to judgment, risk, and potentially ridicule, which heightens the stakes of the story and makes her emotional journey more compelling. Readers are drawn to the complexity of navigating public perception while simultaneously managing private emotions. This duality, external social pressure and internal emotional response, creates layers of depth that go beyond mere romantic tension. It engages the audience's empathy and curiosity, making them invested in the character's choices and emotional evolution. Moreover, the initial act of claiming marriage can serve as a catalyst for trust and emotional connection between the protagonist and the stranger. Forced into a shared narrative, they may have to collaborate, understand each other, and navigate challenges together. This setup allows romance to emerge organically, grounded in shared experiences and mutual dependence, rather than contrived attraction. The story's structure encourages the exploration of gradual emotional development, where both characters evolve individually and relationally, making the eventual romance, if it develops, feel earned and authentic. Finally, the promise of emotional depth is reinforced by the tension between pretense and reality. The initial claim is false, but as the narrative progresses, layers of real emotion, attraction, or personal growth can develop beneath the surface of the lie. This creates a compelling push-and-pull dynamic, which is central to the appeal of romantic drama. Readers are not only invested in whether the protagonist will maintain her social ruse, but also in how genuine emotional bonds may form from an unexpected and unconventional beginning. This tension between appearance and reality, combined with the unfolding emotional landscape, ensures that the story resonates with readers, offering both excitement and heartfelt engagement, which are hallmarks of a successful romance narrative.